Yo, guys, what's happening, guys? What's going on? Bit of chaos on the charts right now. What's happening, people? I've decided to come early, man, because I need to dose myself up with a couple of painkillers, man. This dentist has worked a number on my mouth, man, and I can't believe what he's done to me. But let's all have this conversation that we are waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on in the charts? It seems like everything is pulling back. Well, come on, guys. We expected this kind of thing. What's going on, guys? Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me? Yo, Crypto Juggler, what's good? Twisted Turnings, what's happening, my man? I owe you that post still, bro. Yo, guys, go check out Twisted Turnings on Instagram. This guy makes custom-made, handmade pens. And he made the Trader's Reality pen. He made a vector candle pen. And he also gave me this customized pen, which was made up of $100 shredded into the pen. Fantastic craftsmanship. So go reach out to my guy, Twisted Turnings, man. Go support my guy. You know, he makes things by hand, and you got to acknowledge the craft. So mad love to you there, Twisted Turnings, my man. A vector candle pen. This is it. Mad love from Mexico. What's good, guys? Who we got in the room? Yeah, man, I'm all good, guys. I'm all good. Got this nasty toothache, but what am I going to do, man? The live needs to happen. We need to roll out. I'm coming on a little bit sooner than expected, but that's only because I'm going to roll out the psychological levels in a community post. Okay, so it's easy for people to head over and check out. All right. All right, then, guys. So without further ado, if you are new to the stream, all right, be sure to like and subscribe at the end of the stream. So, you know, just make sure that you know, the subscription is earned. That's what it's all about. You know, a lot of guys ask for it at the start, but I'm saying to you, wait till the end of the stream. If you feel like this has brought value to you or your trading, show some love my way. All right, then. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, welcome to the Traders Reality Show. My name is Tino. Let's have a conversation, guys. Let's roll. Okay, then. So what is going on in the charts? Let me kill the music, man. Bring it down just a little bit in the background. Okay, then. So, guys, look, come on. You can't all assume that Bitcoin is just going to simply take out the highs all because of the ETF that's getting rolled out. Remember, they need to move price higher in order for them to get it cheaper. Do you understand that? If you don't understand the concept of having to move price higher in order to get it cheaper, that means that when they mark price to the highs and they bring it straight back, they're getting it cheaper at the highest possible point in the chart. So if this pullback with Bitcoin is consistent with them continuing to move higher, then we should see price continue back up once it hits key notable areas in the chart. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, when we are approaching all-time highs and we're breaking those all-time highs, all we have is the vector candles. From what we can see, Bitcoin has recovered all the previous zones. Just look at the daily. It's recovered near enough all the zones in the chart. There's nothing else for them to take back. So all they can do now is mark price down lower so that they can reset the intention and continue with another move higher. Looking on the daily time frame, a good friend of mine, he looks at the charts on the higher time frames. He believes that this will now be the drop to the level 1. And would that be correct? Yes, that would be correct if we are basing our levels from the peak formation down here. However, looking at the bigger pattern, you can see we've got a W formation down here. Would this rise up here, retrace B, rise level 1? And this move to the upside, rise level 2. So we are now expecting price to drop down so that we can get the final rise level 3, which will take out the peak formation, which is why I'm saying that Bitcoin is likely to come up towards the 70 to the 80,000 mark before we do see another pattern and then a retrace back down to test the 65 zone. So by principle, we should be expecting the following. Bitcoin coming back down, retrace back up, and then forming a pattern to come back down, reset the intention, and start all over again. Just remember, guys, good news for Bitcoin. Yes, the ETF rolling out, happy days. However, don't get all caught up in the idea of thinking that they need, price needs to continue higher for them, to justify the good news. That's not the case. Look what happened at El Salvador. All right, El Salvador, adoption right there, making Bitcoin legal tender, and then they completely annihilated the zone. Okay? So the same principle is going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen. We do need to see the retrace. Bitcoin has yet retraced back down to test anything other than the 5 EMA. So just be mindful when you're watching charts. If you're looking for swing trades, just allow Bitcoin to come down to key notable areas so that you can get the glimpse of the market maker doing his business. These are the next points in the chart that we'll find very interesting for us. All right, the 57 and 58 zone. They'll bring it back down, which will be consistent with the 50 EMA. Okay? Are we all good, guys? It's not a crash. Please, guys, don't think it's a crash. There is no such thing as a crash when price pulls back. You know, I remember one guy says to me, Tina, there's a big red vector candle on the 1 minute time frame. Bitcoin's crashing. Ah, come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's not the case, man. You know? But mate, ETFs are much bigger than El Salvador to be. Yes, true, Mr. Ding Dong Bong. ETFs, yes, it is much more bigger. I get that. But do you think that people will step into Bitcoin, especially Wall Street? Do you think Wall Street will want to pay the top dollar for it? No, they won't. They will wait for it to pull back. So market makers will pull it back and take advantage of the retail trader that steps in as it's rising. Okay? And then he will use the liquidity from the Wall Street traders to effectively mark price back up again, because the Wall Street trader is going to step in. He's either going to go short or he's going to start going long at the same time. Market maker needs to induce the balance. So whatever news is out about cryptocurrency, one way or another, they will mark price higher and they will bring it back down lower again, because this is what it's all about. It's about bringing it back into the fray. It's to get people committed to put their money down again. Buying the dip, is that what we want to see this as? Whatever we see it as, ladies and gentlemen, all we have now is these vector candles in the chart. The only thing that we can see in the chart are these vector candles. 1, 2, we've got a couple of zones down here, 3. Because if you look back, Bitcoin has recovered nearly all of the vector candles possible in the previous moves to the upside. Look, drop onto the daily time frame. You can see it. All the vectors have been recovered from this move to the upside. Where else can they go other than upwards? Okay, so what they do is they bring price back down again so they can build their longs at lower prices, induce more vector candles to the downside, so that when they do decide to move price back up again, they are obtaining the liquidity from the red vectors that have been set up on this move back down, which would be deemed as the pullback. Okay, that's all we're looking for. Yeah, I'll go through that game. Coec, I'll do that. Tino, so many red vector XRP, she gonna bang at some point? George, listen, let's roll out an XRP for a split second. XRP. Right, look, XRP does have red vectors that she does need to come back to, okay? But are they going to be finished with the zone? This is what we need to look at. Drop down to the 1 hour time frame. Where is XRP? Well, XRP is only coming back down to previous zones in the chart, which you can see right here. She's recovered that zone. Look on this other XRP chart right there. There she is right there, recovered the blue vector candle. Now, if XRP does break below the 800 EMA on the hourly, which will be the 200 EMA on the 4 hourly, then that would free up XRP to come back down to this point in the chart. Remember, guys, XRP hasn't actually made an all-time high, but all we've got are the previous zones in the chart where they've marked up price in order to get their shorts filled at the highest possible zone and then realize the return and go long once again. All right, so it's really right now, XRP is at a turning point in the chart. If it gets down to this point, it will be fine still. You can see there's an M formation right there. They're bringing price down. We're going to see maybe a cyclical move down lower. And then next week, we should see the retrace happening via a midweek reversal point. That's what we're expecting. XRP is the green jumper back, jumper jack. Jay Constant. I am scared. Will the ETF be a sell the news event? Will the big boys short Bitcoin until 10K? Look, in order for you to sell, someone has to buy. All right? That's the key thing. In order for you to sell, someone needs to buy. There's too much money right now in cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, all right, for them to knock it all the way back down to 10K. However, does that mean they can't? No, not at all. You can never say that something can never happen in the charts, because it can. And you have to be okay with this. This is, you know, you need to make the distinction. Are you a trader? Are you a holder? What are you, you know, what is your personality when you're trading? You can't come to trading with the mindset of a scalper and then swing trade. Doesn't make sense. Likewise, you can't be a swing trader when you're scalping. You're never going to close a trade. Okay? You don't need to worry about Bitcoin going to 10K. Because if you're trying to find out if Bitcoin's going to go to 10K and expect someone to say yes, then you need to pay attention to that person, because they are pretty much giving you the future, and nothing is guaranteed in an uncertain market. Okay? Why would anyone be concerned about the 10K point when we are right now at Bitcoin? We are right now at the 59 zone. It's irrelevant. 10K is irrelevant right now. Bitcoin would have to drop all the way down to 35K in a moment's notice for us to think, is it possible to get down to the 10K zone? Because if they can drop from the 60 zone all the way down to the 35 zone in such a short notice, then yeah, it's likely that Bitcoin could take the 10K zone. But look at what we've got, guys. They can't break the market. They need to give you a reason to step in again, because there are more retail traders across the board, the average Joes across the board, than there are institutional fund managers. Okay? I'd say that for every institutional fund manager that's managing what, say the average of $1 billion, okay, you got hundreds and thousands of traders out there collectively that have more money to put into the markets. Okay, so the market maker needs to make sure that he supplies those people's the reason to step in. Yeah, I hope that helps you there, man. Yes, the pumps drop. Yeah, pumps do happen slower than the actual drops, but that's the run for money, ladies and gentlemen. That's the story. See what you're telling you, mates? Okay, that's another story. Market evolved. We don't see 10K ever. XRP is hella longs. Yes, XRP is hella longs, man. This is the thing. This is the reason, man. XRP. When XRP moves, she moves. All right, that's why I like to trade XRP. For me, ladies and gentlemen, XRP is a scalping coin. Quite frankly, in my opinion, based on the way I've been watching her behave, I've been looking at XRP and studying XRP, and she is exactly like dollar yen. Okay? When you scalp dollar yen, it's no different to scalping XRP. That's my opinion. All right? XRP, it's a little bit difficult to grab in terms of swings unless you are a position trader and you're holding it. But if you really want to exploit XRP, she really does respect levels. Okay? In terms for scalping. I mean, if you look at this, down there is a vector candle on the 15-minute time frame. Is it there? Where is it? Blue vector down there. Where is it? Come on. Oh, it's a green vector on the chart right there. But on the 1 hour time frame, it is a blue vector candle. Look, coming straight into that zone right there. If you look at XRP on the chart and go back and look at the vector candles, okay, you'll see that she recovers them most of the time. All right, even down to that, look. That green vector got recovered. The violet vector right there, price came down and tapped that zone again and then moved away from the zone. So XRP does respect levels. AB, the reason why I find XRP, what you need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, is this. XRP currently has a lawsuit against it and it's still holding its range. It respects levels. All right. How mad is that? The thought of Bitcoin having a lawsuit over its head. What Elon Musk, all he's got to do is say something about Bitcoin and Bitcoin tanks, right? XRP's got a lawsuit on its back and it's trading like it's just a standard coin. What is that? You look at IOTA, yep, okay. XRP's, man. You think Bitcoin will close above 60K for the weekly candle close? Let's look at the weekly candle, for example. Okay. Look, do I think Bitcoin will close over 60K for the week? Quite frankly, it doesn't matter if Bitcoin does close above 60K or not. Bitcoin is near its all-time high, and that's all you need to be concerned about. Okay? Now, looking at the chart, ladies and gentlemen, this weekly time frame, okay, looks like there is a cyclical pattern happening. You've got a rise, a retrace, a continuation to the upside. You see, the funny thing is this. On the 1 hour time frame, if you were to see a rise, retrace, and price coming back up, you would expect it to come and break this zone. So why is it any different on the weekly time frame? If anything, on the weekly time frame, you've got more of a conviction on the candle. Look, what do we know about market makers? They move in threes. 1, 2, 3 hits. Little bit of a retrace, continuation back up. They haven't broken the 5 or the 13 or the 50 EMA on the weekly time frame. There is no reason for us to be thinking Bitcoin is going to go down. Naturally, we can expect them to pull price back. That's fine. And you have to be okay with that. All right? Look, there are no vectors for them to take. So what does the market maker need to do? He needs to induce traders to step back in again. He needs them to take profit. He needs to hit liquidation points. The monthly time frame is perfect for me. Look at that. Look at where we are in the monthly time frame. By the end of this month, Bitcoin will take out its all-time high, and it will make a new all-time high, retrace from that, and then continue from that point. All right? You've got to be patient, ladies and gentlemen, but more importantly, you need to come away from the idea of having to know where Bitcoin's going to go. We don't need to know where Bitcoin's going to go. We just need to follow its movements. If its movements are retracing back towards a key moving average, trade it towards the key moving averages. Look what you've got right here. Bitcoin, the only vector candle that we can see that is close by is around the 58K zone. That will be acceptable. Why? Because it's consistent with a retrace back to the 50 EMA. If it goes beyond that zone and needs to go lower, then we can look left and we can see this previous vector at the 51 zone. So you have to say to yourself, okay, mark off all the vector candles in the chart where you see price that could likely go back to, all right? And then that way you're not set up for any surprises, ladies and gentlemen. You will not be surprised with Bitcoin's movement if it does go lower because you're expecting the market maker to make a return on his previous positions. Okay, when they stabilize from those points and then move away from them, then you need to work out if you are in a cyclical pattern and then you make the rise, see the rise, wait for the retrace, continuation to the upside, job done. Happy days, next trade. You know? XRP just dropped. Let's have a look. XRP just ripped the range. I've been waiting for XRP to drop, to be honest with you. You've got a vector candle right here. Massive vector candle that they still need to tap. The 800 EMA is likely to be realized, and look what's happened. It's on the 4-hour time frame. The new 4-hour candle, they've spiked price down lower, so there's a good chance they could come back down to this point in the chart, the vector zone right here, and look at it, it's on its way. It is actually on its way to annihilate this zone, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm saying to you guys about XRP. Let me just show you, give you an example of how you could have exploited this movement. Okay, look. XRP, as you can see on the 3-minute time frame, okay, pulled away from the 50 EMA, okay? Naturally, you always wait for a retrace back to the 50 EMA for you to work out whether or not this move is going to continue back up or continue lower. They bring the vectors away from the 50 EMA, they return price back up again. When they move price back up again, you draw out your vector points and you say to yourself, what are the chances of them coming back here? Well, you need to wait and see what happens on the 50 EMA on the 3-minute. Look, you've got 1 hit, 2, 3 hits to the high, blue vector candles appearing, stopping volume candle right there. Price isn't closing above the 50 EMA. The only thing that is left for you to do is to take the trade, go short. Your entry on this point, ladies and gentlemen, would be right here. That would be a textbook entry because if they can't break above the 50 EMA, then naturally you would say to yourself, I will put this zone as my stop. And if it goes above that point, then I know I'm wrong. And then I can look to try and take advantage of price going above this point. If it hits that point, wait for it to retrace back down towards the 50 and continue back up. You reassess your entry and you make your entry point either here or right here, right there. Okay? Take a screenshot of this, ladies and gentlemen. This is a textbook setup. Okay, if you're ready to ride the long or the retrace back down towards the previous vector. They knew they were going to come back down again because the blue vector candle right here allowed them to build shorts from that point. So look what happened. Building vectors, they're not closing above the 50 EMA. Bang, look at the gap down. Completely annihilated the zone. Absolutely battered XRP just a few moments ago. Great for shorts. Absolutely great for shorts. Loving the move down. This is the thing, ladies and gentlemen. If you're trading coin, it doesn't matter if it's going up or down. It's all about accumulation. If you are a true trader when you're trading coin, it doesn't matter the price. All what matters is the accumulation. All right? Because if you're not about accumulation in cryptocurrency, why are you in cryptocurrency? That would mean you would buy one of everything. All right? Look at Shiba Inu. People are buying Shiba Inu in the hundreds of millions. Well, if you don't care about accumulation, you only just need to buy one and hope that it gets to $100 for you to be happy. Do you understand? It's about accumulation. Whatever Bitcoin, whatever price Bitcoin is, whatever price XRP is, okay? It's about accumulation because you're in it for the long game. Do I think Ethereum will drop? Let's have a look at Ethereum. In all of this chaos, ladies and gentlemen, Ethereum hasn't really dropped much. Look, it's only come back down to the previous pools of liquidity. Look at that, man. Look at that. Come back to recover the previous green vector so that in the next hour candle, we could see the retrace back up. Okay, but be mindful, ladies and gentlemen. All right? If the retrace does happen on Ethereum and it's testing the 200 EMA, and I'll say it to you, Ethereum is one of the best technically traded coins. It respects levels really well for swing traders and for scalpers. Okay? For me, XRP is my favorite, but Ethereum seems to be the best one to trade because it respects levels and vectors really well. Okay? So once all this madness happens, because right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are in what we call the dead gap time. This is where the market makers program the algorithms to just take out zones that they just want to take out. All right, where liquidity is. Look, people have been going long. All the great news that's been happening across the board. Do you see how people can get induced into buying and buying and buying because they feel like they're missing out? Bitcoin ETF, great. Wall Street endorsement, happy days. We're going to start getting Wall Street money into crypto. Great news for everyone. Well, guess what? We have just seen it. ETF behavior, price is dropping. Bitcoin, ETF, price is dropping. Are they marking it up for them to retrace back up? Is this Monday false move week beginning? This is the question, ladies and gentlemen. XRP is the coin that new crypto traders fell in love with years ago. Most others have moved on, in my honest opinion. You know what, Brian? I agree with you. But they never were in love with it if they moved on from it. That's my 2 cents right there, bro. That's my 2 cents. You were never in love with XRP if you moved on. You know? Bitcoin is down 1.7 on the day. It's clearly over. You think 1.7% down is over? Bro, my days. When Bitcoin was dropping that day on El Salvador and it tanked nearly 15%, I was at my most excited. Why? Because we knew that the retrace was going to happen. The retrace on Bitcoin when it dropped that time on the 6th of September with the El Salvador story, I was loving all of this. Why? Because we understand that in order for them to get it cheaper, they need to bring it down. This crushed all of the retail traders' hopes that Bitcoin was going to go and hit the 60K from this move to the upside. Well, what happened? All the traders that were going long were setting their liquidation points all in these zones. Bang, they shift out of the zone. That's why, if there's something you pay attention to, look at the times that they pull away from the highs and how aggressively they move from those zones. If that doesn't solidify to you the reasoning behind the market makers needing to shift out of the zone, then it won't click in your minds, ladies and gentlemen. You won't get it. Look at how slow the move is to the upside. Market makers are giving traders the belief. They're testing their intention. They're trying to get them committed to the chart. So they move price slowly and slowly. They don't do many wild movements to the downside because they need to contain the trader's commitment in the chart. Then once they've got enough committed traders to the chart, all right, they create this climatic behavior. Price moves up to the upside, as you can see right here. And then out of nowhere, they completely collapse the chart. What am I saying? They completely break down the chart and then they break price lower and they do it at speed. All right. The reason they do it at speed is because they need to grab the retail trader at shock. They need to get him to believe, oh my God, it's a fake move. It's a fake move. And when they drop it so aggressively, they take out all the retail traders' liquidation points and there you have it. They snap lower and then they snap straight back up. Price stabilizes, it calms down for a little bit, and then it does it one more time, stabilizes in the zone, and shifts completely out of the range. Okay? That's all you need to keep in your mind. You know? What a dumb title. Just stopped by to express my disappointment in this otherwise great channel. Do you know what, bro? The problem, this title itself, all right? The reason why I've said, is Bitcoin going to flop, okay, is because this is what people are all saying. What they said about Bitcoin when it hit its last high and they expect it to drop. And then Bitcoin is now dropping from its previous high we took earlier on this week. And I'm trying to get this across to you guys and tell you that just because Bitcoin dropped last time when it hit its 64 doesn't mean it's going to continue this point. All right? You've got to understand, money back then is different to the money right now. Back then, we weren't talking about no ETF when Bitcoin hit its high. We weren't talking about many big whales buying or accumulating crypto. No one was talking about Bitcoin when it was making those highs, all right? Everyone was just endorsing crypto. Now, all of a sudden, we've got ETFs, we've got legislation, all right? We've got China trying to ban crypto, and they ain't even doing anything. The miners have all left China, and now they're moving across the seas, okay? USA is now taking precedence over cryptocurrency now, all right? What I'm trying to help you guys understand is this. Don't fall for the hype on what anyone says about whether Bitcoin should be at one point or the next. Refer to the chart. All we know right now is Bitcoin is at 59,541. That's what price Bitcoin is at right now. All we need to worry about next is it likely to come down and recover this previous wick? Is it going to come back down into this zone and test the 200 EMA? That's on the 1 hour. Drop onto the daily time frame, roll out and see how far they're going to recover this vector candle. Because look, they brought price all the way back down above 50% of the vector candle on the daily time frame, tested the 5 EMA and pulled away from it. That's all we have. Is it likely they're going to bring price back down again? Most likely. Okay, remember, guys, we're at an all-time high range. We are not far away from the all-time high. They need to get Bitcoin a little bit more cheaper because once they break towards the all-time high, they're going to come with a lot of aggression and they're going to hit climax. People are going to be stepping into crypto because they didn't want to buy it at 55. They didn't want to buy it at 60. But I can guarantee to you they're going to step in and buy it at 65, 70 because they don't want to make the mistake that they did here. And then it's that point that they're going to pull it back. That's why I can understand why people, okay, are deciding on whether Bitcoin is going to drop from its high again. And you need to come away from that, guys. It doesn't matter what Bitcoin did before. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Don't worry about what it did before and try and use that to make sense of what it's going to do next, because you can't do that. Because what they did last time is going to be completely different to what they do now. And the sooner you get that in your mind, the less disappointment you're going to experience when you're trading, because you won't have any expectation of anything other than what you see happening right now. That's all that matters. It's what is happening now. No, I don't know what Bitcoin's going to do next. I'll say it. I don't know what it's going to do next. I can tell you what I would think it would do. What I think is completely different to what it will do. Based on the concept of the actual hybrid system and the way the market makers work, one thing I can guarantee is they're going to retrace. Now, how long will that retrace last for? That's the $1 million question. How long will it keep rising for? That's the $1 million question. Take any YouTube channel across the board. They can't tell you to the T when Bitcoin's going to rise and when it's going to drop to the actual figure. Some may, some may actually do it. They can hit the key point that they say in the price. Happy days, congratulations to them. All right? But this game is about uncertainty. All right? Because if we could label where Bitcoin was going to go next, you wouldn't be sat here watching this channel. You wouldn't even be on YouTube. You'd just be sitting, placing your orders and waiting for Bitcoin to hit it. That's the basis of it. Parlemore. All right, I can see what's happening this evening. Okay, Tino, you talk conspiracy theory. There is no conspiracy to the market maker. Okay, here you go. I'll give you an example. If you think that the market maker doesn't exist, okay? Let me just show this to you, just to put things into perspective for you, my friend. If there is no such thing as the market maker. So, here is a platform called TradeStation. Okay, I need to go to the frequently asked questions. Let me just roll this over to you. There we go. TradeStation. Everybody knows TradeStation. It's a reputable trading company, and I talk conspiracy theories. So let's roll over to crypto frequently asked questions. What is TradeStation? Are you an exchange? We'll look at it like this. Where is it? Where does it say? That's not it there. What types of exchanges are you connected to? Here we go. TradeStation Crypto can connect to exchanges, over-the-counter desks, market makers, and, sorry, what was that? Market makers and other electronic liquidity pools. I don't speak conspiracies, my friend. Okay? I speak facts. This game of trading is run by market makers, liquidity providers, because you can't buy if there's no one else to sell to you. Where do you think you get your order from? You go to Binance, you place an order. Binance charges you a fee because Binance gets gets charged a fee by the market maker, so the market maker can provide him the liquidity for Binance to give you the order so that Binance can exist as a company, as an exchange. Go and start yourself an exchange. You can do it. If you want to be your own broker, go and Google it. They'll say to you, the first thing you need to do is get yourself a white label. Okay, on top of that, you need to set up an account, you need to do this, and then they'll say to you, you need to go find yourself a liquidity provider. There is no conspiracy behind the market maker itself. There is no such thing as a conspiracy theory of the market maker. It's just people come to the charts and believe that when price rises, it means that the bulls are in control and the buyers are in control. Well, if the buyer is in control, why have we not hit the all-time high yet? Because the buyer said, hold on a second, we don't want Bitcoin to hit all-time high. No such thing. That means the moon boy is rational. That means he's reserved in his greed. He's not greedy. Come on, man. That's another thing. That I ain't even going to get started. This is what gets me. The people that challenge it, I'm not angry with them, all right? But I'm frustrated because it's the reason why 95% of traders lose. Okay, it's because they come to the game with the wrong understanding of it. This is a business model, ladies and gentlemen. All right? It's a business model. You need to understand how the business model works so that you can exploit it. That's all it is. But because thousands of traders believe that when price is rising, it means the buyers are in control, well, you've had it. How can you buy something if it's not sold to you? Can you buy anything from an empty shop? No. Can you sell something to someone if they're not going to buy it? No. There has to be an equilibrium. Man, great. One question. Why you help us? I'll tell you why I help you. My motivations for starting this is, first things first. I started this stream when I was just waiting for a cup of tea to brew. I brought myself a new laptop and I had YouTube up and it says go live. I thought, you know what? Let me try and go live with my computer and test its ability. Let me just break down charts because I trade Forex. All right. I've been trading Forex for over 11 years. All right. I stepped into cryptocurrency in January 21st. Okay. This year. And that was when I first started my stream. From that point, people wanted to understand more about what I was talking about because I'm applying two concepts, two schools of thought, merging them together, and we have the hybrid system. The reason why I'm telling people is two things. A, to help people understand how this game works because I get so pissed off with the idea of everyone teaching people how to trade crypto, how to trade Forex, and no one mentions market makers. The very few that do mention market makers have minimal people and no one believes them because they think it's a conspiracy when they're just telling you how the business model works. You know, when you go and look into something or you want to become something, what do? You study it, all right? You can work out whether it's right or wrong. Well, when you come to this game and you don't think that it's run by market makers, go and Google who is a market maker. Go and have a look, all right? Go out and search who are market makers. They're not no mysterious man. They are liquidity providers. You want to understand a market maker? Research how to start your own brokerage firm and you'll know exactly what a market maker is because you need liquidity. You will need liquidity. You need a float for your business. AB, you can tell people as much as you want, but when it's right in their faces, just simple logic, they can still deny it because they are ignorant to simple things. Look, it's not that they're you know what? Let me explain it to you like this. This business model manipulates in plain sight. Okay? It manipulates in plain sight. And that's the truth. If you are trying to understand why does price rise for it to drop, okay, it's because that's how the business model works. Just take, for the people that are reluctant about whether or not the markets are not manipulated, or should I say managed, okay, just look at the points in the chart where they pull the most aggressively away from, okay? If the concept of buyers that are stepping into this point, in order for this candle to exist, this wick, for it to exist, that means someone had orders there. Okay, that means people were going long, people were going short, but the majority of the contracts that were built in this zone were longs Now, in order for them to retrace price back down, those who are going long are setting up liquidations and margin points, okay, on the way back down. You can see they put liquidation points as price is rising because they need to cover their backs, okay? Why does price aggressively move back into those zones? Because that's where the dead liquidity is. That's where you show your hand. When you mark down your liquidation point, you are marking off in the chart to the algorithm where your money is sat. Because once your liquidation point is hit, your whole account is wiped. Funny that, isn't it? They encourage you to use your stop losses, not because they care, it's because they want to see where your money is sat. And they can't see it unless you activate it on the platform, unless you see it as what? As a pending order. What do you think a stop loss is? It's a pending order. Yeah, I've been in the game, what? Nearly 12 years, man. Trading actively nearly 12 years. It'll be coming up to my 12th year, man. You know, next year. And I've seen it happen. And I'm still learning about the game. You know, I will never take claim that I am a pro. Tino, why do you take this? Tino, why you choose the hybrid system over any other? Okay, so my journey started off. I thought I was one of the smart guys where I was going to go and spend 10 grand on a system that was going to show me how to make money. This system that I've put together is taking two schools of thought. Two guys who spoke about market makers and understanding their behavior. I merged them together and here we are. Because they both discuss the business model of how the market actually works. All right? No other system out there tells you it. All the other systems are based on statistical analysis, right? RSIs, you've got Fibonacci's, you've got all these, the Elliott waves, you've got the Wyckoff concepts as well, which does sort of have a similarity to what I'm doing, okay? But all the other systems out there, they're not designed for longevity. When you understand the business model, then you don't need anything else. If you understand that when price is rising, the market maker is preparing to go short, because the market maker won't go short when price is dropping. That's what the retail trader does. That's what the stupid money does. There's two types of money, smart money and dumb money. 95% of traders that lose are the dumb money. Now, retail trader, to classify a retail trader is the likes of myself, you guys, whales, institutional funds, all right? Hedge funds, banks, governments, you name it, they are all retail traders. Why? Because they don't move markets. An institutional fund manager, if he wants to dump $1 billion into the marketplace, okay, he has to do it in increments. He can't just dump $1 billion. Okay, so what he does is he comes to the market makers, the liquidity provider, whoever it is he goes to, and he says, I want to dump $1 billion into the market over a period of time, and that's my end goal. Takes that order, sends it to the market maker, and the market maker sets up a contract opposite his buy. Why? Because when's the market maker going to make money? And when's the institutional trader going to make his money? Where do you think the liquidity comes from? It comes from the opposite of the contract. When you buy, the market maker sells. When price is rising, it means the market maker is getting ready to go short. Why? Because you as the retail trader don't understand the concept of paying yourself. That's why. He knows he can see your money. Where your liquidity is, when you make $100 in the chart, where do you think you get that money from? You get it from the market maker's money that was matched against your order, because when you want to realize a profit, who do you think's going to give it to you? It's going to come from the contract that's been matched against you. Likewise, when your long trade is in the red and you close it, that is a profitable trade for the market maker. So he realizes the return the moment you close your trade. Now, you can't fight the market maker because his pockets are much deeper than yours. That's how it is. There you go. It's even in Forex, in order for you to move the market by 1 pip, you need to dump at least 10,000 lot sizes. Do you understand what 10,000 lot size is? When the one standard lot, okay, is $100,000. Sorry, 100,000 contracts. Do you understand that? 10,000 lots just to move it by 1 pip. Yeah, Gus Knight, I see that. I see that. Check liquidation levels on trading view. Good too. Greed tempering. Yeah. The next liquidity pool for XRP, my friend. The next liquidity pool for XRP, depending on which way you're looking at it. So the next zone would be right there. Would be the 0.980. That will be the next liquidity pool. That's if it does decide to go down there. We've got 15 minutes until the next hour. So the next hour candle could see one of two things. Okay? It may see a continuation back up because they've actually come out of the zone. It's an anomaly move. Okay, look at all the moving averages. They are still stacked to the upside. Price has just completely snapped down. Naturally, when you see this sort of behavior, you are expecting them to retrace it back up. But it all depends on the reasoning as to why this has actually happened. Ross, thank you very much. Yeah, 10K lots are huge. All right, let's have a look at other coins across the board, ladies and gentlemen. I think I've chewed your ear off quite a bit this evening. Please forgive me. Okay, then. Who's winning? 1 inch. Why is 1 inch moving? Here we go. See, this is quite interesting. Look at this W formation above a 50 EMA. Now, this does carry a lot of strength because we expect the W formation to appear below the moving averages. So this would imply a lot of strength. But look at the vectors. Look, they've recovered the vectors already. So this coin can only continue higher. All right. Is it at all-time highs yet? No chance. Where's the next zones? Here you go. On its way to recover this zone. It's already recovered more than 50% of the vector. Look how they recovered the 1 point right there. Come back to the previous blue vector zone. And they've moved higher just that little bit more. We should expect 1 inch to continue higher to take out the $4 mark slowly but surely. Theta. People are asking me for Theta. Let's have a look at Theta. I just saw it. Where is Theta? Guys, I'm not actually having a go at you for anyone that's asked any question. All right? I'm very passionate about this business model. All right? And the reason why I'm passionate about it is because everyone seems to think that you can just go and buy an indicator that's going to tell you when to buy and when to sell. If that was the case, everyone would do it and no one would actually try and understand why so many people lose in this game. If that was so simple, why do 95% of traders still lose? Why is it every brokerage firm tells you that 92% of traders lose money when they are trading? Trading is a high-risk endeavor. Speculation is the craziest game out there. All right? You need to understand the business model for you to understand whether you're going to earn from it or not. Okay? That's the basis of it, guys. Gold, 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 gold. Ace Boogie, chill, man. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at gold. All right, gold isn't open just yet, okay? Gold has got a lot of... This is the funny thing about gold, okay? This is the thing you need to understand about gold and Bitcoin. JP Morgan only recently put out an article saying that it encourages or urges institutional investors to start considering Bitcoin as a safe haven option, okay? That's the reason why Bitcoin was listed on the CME in the first place, because it was an option for traders to hedge their portfolios against any risk happening across the board. So now all of a sudden they're going to start using Bitcoin for its main purpose and not trade it because Elon said you should trade it, or someone's talking about buying 1,500 Bitcoin, or a whale's just brought 200 Bitcoin. Who cares? All right? The utility of Bitcoin being listed on the CME looks like it's now going to come into fruition. I said this to you guys only a few weeks ago. Once Wall Street steps in, then you will see Bitcoin's true colors. You will then see what people think about cryptocurrency. All right? This is why we've got all this discussion about regulation. Wall Street has to do things within regulatory environments. Why? Because they need to see it right by the shareholders of each fund. Okay? This is why there's all this discussion about regulation. Once Wall Street steps in, you're going to start seeing heavyweights talking about Bitcoin. You're going to go on to Bloomberg. You're going to go on to the Financial Times. Bitcoin's going to make that. Bitcoin will be on the Financial Times saying, you know, Bitcoin sourced to this amount. They ain't going to put that in the Financial Times back in 2017. Are you mad? No chance. But now, all of a sudden, we've got an ETF with Bitcoin. Happy days. You know? Now, gold as the standard, okay, is what investors go to when they want to seek a safe haven. Now you've got Bitcoin. Changes things. Okay? So in terms of disparity, when gold is dropping, that means the dollar is rising. Yet when Bitcoin is traded against the US dollar, what happens? So if dollar is rising and Bitcoin then starts to rise and gold is dropping because guys are putting their money into Bitcoin, what's going to happen there? Who's going to break first? You know, they're talking about crypto is going to take over fiat. I don't think they will get rid of fiat, but it's going to take a little while for them to stop using it. Forex is a $6.5 trillion daily turnover marketplace. It's the most liquid market in the world. And everyone's creaming themselves over Bitcoin or cryptocurrency as a $2 trillion market. What's $2 trillion when you're making it in reference to Forex? It's nothing. Does that mean Bitcoin won't, or cryptocurrency, will it get to that status of trading $6.5 trillion daily turnover? Of course it will. Look at the adoption of it, man. Look at what cryptocurrency does. Look at what it solves. Just put Bitcoin aside. It's a fashionable coin. It's just a hashtag. That's all it is. It's a fashionable coin. Okay? In the end, the only people that are going to have Bitcoin are the ones that can afford to hold it. Okay? 21 million supply. Only a few people are going to be able to hold it. In the end, Bitcoin's just going to be that coin in the past. What's going to be the next coin that everyone can get hold of? And that's the nature of finance. You know, there's no bias in finance. There's no loyalty. There's no commitment. It's on to the next thing. You know? FTM. What's FTM doing? FTM's doing pretty well. Doing very well. Holding above the 5 and the 13 EMA on the daily time frame. Doing absolutely great. Okay? Whilst everything is actually dropping, the alts are trying to hold their ground. Okay? So let me just go back to Bitcoin itself. Let me have a look. See, why are we concerned? Bitcoin ain't even broken its 50 EMA on the 4 hourly. On the daily, it's not even broken below the 5 EMA. Why are we concerned? We shouldn't be. It's recovering 50% of this vector candle. Just sit back and wait and see what it does. You know? Is it pretty safe to set a liquidation price for 10K and hodl with leverage? That's down to you, my friend. I couldn't tell you to do that. I wouldn't be able to say to you, yeah, you know what, you could do that, right? Guys, when you are trying to work out whether or not you should place a trade, the first things first is this, right? If you're having to ask yourself whether or not you should trade, you don't understand your system. Simple as that. If you're trying to work out where you should exit, you don't understand your system. Because the system that you use, whether it's this hybrid system or any other system out there, if you are using a specific system to trade and you're having to ask where you should exit if you place a trade and what your liquidation point should be, you don't understand your system correctly. What does your system tell you? Does it tell you that you should risk over 50% of your liquidity to make a trade? No. Because there are traders out there that do that. They will risk nearly 80% of their capital to make themselves 5%. That's the harsh truth. Why? Because psychologically, they're going in with a lot of money and they're trying to think that they're going to make a lot of money within that 5%. Okay? They think, oh, I'm going to make loads of money on this small move. All I need is a small move. That small move ends up being a position that you're holding on to for 2-3 days and you're bleeding your account. Be mindful, guys. The idea is to stay in the game, not to try and get out as soon as you can. You know? San, you'll never see me take a live trade, but there's plenty of videos of the Patreons. They see the live trades. I've got live trades that have been taken in a playlist on the channel. It's called the Live Trade Crypto. So go and have a look because I've done it many a times. I place a trade, people follow it, and I don't want to do that. I've got to be careful because my risk tolerance is completely different to everyone else. I am literally aggressive with risk. Okay? There are people that might not be able to handle that. I'm a scalper. I'm in and I'm out. For me to even show you a trade, I'll be out of it before you even place it. That's the nature of the game. Saeed, Tino, I noticed something that's like 7 times out of 10 when the 5 EMA breaks and the 13 and the 50 EMA, price tends to go up quite a bit in respect to the range it has been at. That is true. Why? Because when it does do that, it's volatility stepping in, momentum is stepping in. That's why I keep banging on about the 5 and the 13 EMA, because you're going to see those move alongside price at the same time. Okay, just look at the 5 and the 13 EMA right now. It's an aggressive move down. Okay? How could you have been able to work out if Bitcoin was going to do this? Why would you be considering going short? Well, those who understand the hybrid system probably were going to be going short from this zone right here. And I know there are traders that follow this system that were probably going short even from here. Okay? These were what you would call the elite entries of the system. Okay? Traders will be going short from this point. Guys in this stream. Drop down, 15-minute time frame. Okay? Drop lower, you'll see it. Because there are guys that trade the lower time frames. They make the decisions off the lower time frames. They can see that price aggressively comes towards the highs. Whenever they see this movement, they know things are starting to change. Because look at it like this. Market maker induces the retail trader to step in and commit their funds because Bitcoin's just about to take the all-time high, 63,997. How many traders were expecting an all-time high movement from here? They snapped it straight back. Came back up again to induce them one more time. Then they brought it down. There are traders that are going short from here and traders are going short from here. And look, they were all expecting a retrace back towards the 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. Where you at? There you go. Waiting for the retrace to the 50 EMA, done. They understand that price will always make one last attempt towards the upside to induce traders to trap them. What do you see? An M formation in the zone. Yep. Retrace, drop. That's how it rolls. Mr. Kabosha. Just short everything. Do you know what? That'll be so funny. Nikos, thanks for the tip, Tina. I never thought I'd be so happy with 1 inch. What a guy. As if he said that. Oh my days. This guy wants me to check Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, what's Wi-Fi doing? You want me to go crazy on this coin? What's it doing? Follows Bitcoin pretty much, yeah. Okay. No different. No different to Bitcoin testing the 800 EMA. It's an anomaly of a move because the moving averages are still stacked to the upside. We are going to be expecting a retrace back up. Could Wi-Fi come down to that zone? It actually came down somewhat close towards it. So we're going to be expecting some interesting behavior in the next 1 hour candle for Wi-Fi. Is it a good time to buy Bitcoin? Is it a good time to buy Bitcoin? If you're having to ask, is it a good time to buy Bitcoin? Well, it all depends on your position as a trader. What are you? Are you a holder? Are you a position trader? Are you a swing trader? Are you a scalper? How long are you going to be buying it for? You're going to buy it for 5 minutes and get out straight away? You know, like, you need to elaborate on that. Going short at the tip is extremely risky. Just roll back the lower time frames a little bit and you'll find plenty of examples where it would have wrecked you. Brad, I would beg to differ on that basis because you would have been looking at it in context of going short on the wick, okay? Well, come on. What you're saying to me is there is a guaranteed way of grabbing it. You will never guarantee anything, like with any trade. But just look at it. How long does the wick play out for? Look at the wick here. Big notable candlestick. Movement by price. We are expecting them to pull it back because they don't follow through with it. There's the wick. They retrace back. As a scalper, that is a haven. For nearly 3 hours they've been dropping. You can scalp that. There's a lot of movement in that price. Look at this. Deviation away from the 50 EMA. Aggressive move to the upside. You're expecting them to pull it straight back down again. Okay? But it's each to their own, man. Everyone is different. Everyone is different. I can't convince everyone that this system is going to be the system that absolutely changes their way of trading, although it has changed a lot of people's trading. Okay? The pattern watchers, the group of pattern watchers, the family. Okay? Go to the Discord, join our Discord and run through it there. The main trading chat. People are bouncing ideas off all the time. I've pinned it to the top of the chat. Come and join the Discord if you are new to the channel. You want to see the proof of evidence. You want to see the proof in the profit. Go into the Discord. Look at the accounts from people who started with nothing and they've turned it into mad figures. People that have been only trading for like 5-6 months. They've quit their jobs. They've gone and brought houses. And these are people's messages. Okay? These are people's messages that are coming to me telling me about the system. Now, if you believe that this is a conspiracy theory. Well, you know what? This conspiracy theory makes people a lot of money because they understand it. The reason why I sit on these streams and talk about it is because behind the scenes, I'm actively trading myself. I use these live streams to break down price so that I can place my trades in the background. That's all I'm doing. You know, that's how it works for me, ladies and gentlemen. My days. I hope everyone's doing good anyway. I hope everyone is doing well. I've been excited about this stream. I've been looking forward to it. Now, this stream is very important, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Because this stream is the stream where you guys are going to participate in the giveaway. I've done this giveaway where I'm giving away 10 people from the channel 3 months free subscription to the Patreon tier 3 content, okay? Got a lovely family over there in the Patreon, and we sit down and actively break down charts. We do masterclasses there, and I'm giving away 10 people access to that free for 3 months. I've already given away 3 people access to it, and this is the video where you can actually take part in it. So all you need to do when the stream is over, ladies and gentlemen, you go into the comment section of this video when the stream is over, and you need to put hashtag Traders Reality all together, and then put your Discord name and number so that I can verify it, so that in tomorrow night's stream, okay, sorry, on Tuesday night, the stream on Tuesday night, I will be picking out 3 people from the channel who have commented in this video, okay, and I'll be giving away 3 months Patreon access to those 3 people, and then I will then have another 4 more people to give it away to. And then on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this month, I'm going to be giving away 1 Ethereum to 2 people. I'm going to split it in half, and that Ethereum was kindly donated by one of the members in the channel. Mad love to you, my friend, for doing that. He's seen success with the hybrid system, and he wants to give back. So he's given me 1 Ethereum. I'm going to split it in half and give it to 2 people in the channel. Okay, so let me just go over that again. At the end of this video, go into the comment section, okay, and type hashtag Traders Reality and then afterwards put your Discord name and number, so that when I run the software, when I select a comment from that channel, from that video, we can pick our winners in Tuesday night stream. I stream 2 times a day, ladies and gentlemen. That's 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. GMT. Okay, so that's for anybody new to the channel. What you expect from this channel, guys, is I help you try and understand how the market works. Okay, and I've taken this understanding of the markets that I've been dedicated to in Forex, and I've tried to apply it to cryptocurrency. And so far, it has helped a lot of people. It really has. You know, I want to help. Afrim, great question. What is your opinion on 90% of the top 20 coins by market cap is owned by 1% of addresses, and they can dump on them whenever they want? Well, let me ask you a question, my friend. If you owned one of the top 20 coins and you were part of that 1% and you wanted to dump on them at any moment's notice, and you had the ability to do so, at what point would you do it? When would you do it is the question. We know you've got the ability to do it, but the question is when. Are you going to do it in the adoptive stages? Or are you going to wait until it's at its best? Because if you are one of the top 1% that are holding coins, the top 20 coins, okay, and the top addresses, you have one of those addresses, that means that you're not really fussed about how long you hold it for. We're talking big money there, my friend. Okay? It's like when people see whales buying, 400 Bitcoin and Bitcoin tanks. If you're in a position to buy 400 Bitcoin, then it's not a problem if it tanks. It's not an issue for you if you're buying 400 Bitcoin. No business is going to go and buy 400 Bitcoin and it's going to be their last money that they use for their business. No. You know? Yeah, the big short dude. Yeah, I know. Shorting Tesla. Let's actually have a look at Tesla. Let's understand why he's shorting Tesla. Well, there is every reason for him to short Tesla. Why? Well, look at it like this. Climatic behavior. What do we understand about climatic behavior? How long is it going to keep going up for? It can be as irrational as we want it to, but we can see vector candles appearing in Tesla. Go back in the chart and look at all the vectors. Why do they get recovered? Look, go in the chart and have a look for yourself. Where are you seeing it? All these vector candles, 3 pushes to the high, 1, 2, 3 hits to the high, bang, they drop it back down again. Look at the highs again. Price deviates away from the 50 EMA, pulls back down, hits it one more time. Head and shoulders formation, which we understand to be a variation of what? A M formation. Ah, shoot. Let me get rid of that. Let me start again. Up, down, rise up, M formation. There it is right there. Drop. Happy days. Yeah? So, my guy going short on Tesla. Got the rise, retrace to the 50, moving back up again. We're expecting it to come back down to the 50 EMA. How long is he going to be short for is the question. How long is he going to be short for? What was his entry point? What's his exit? If he's short 1.6 billion on Tesla, and his entry is what? Let's assume that his entry was here. Okay, 800. Let's say 800. His entry was 800. He might double up that position, okay, as it approaches the climax of the move. Okay? And then he'll only need to drop down to the 50 EMA for him to make a ton of money. That's all it will need to do. You know? No worries, man. No worries. Guys, make sure you put your... No, guys, don't put it in this video. Don't put it in the chat right here. When the stream finishes, you need to put... You need to do the hashtag Traders Reality and your Discord name and number. Okay, make sure that the hashtag is activated, because if it doesn't, then you're not going to be registered for it. You've got to be mindful of that. Okay, make sure hashtag Traders Reality is typed, then space, put your Discord name and the number in the comments of this video when the stream ends. On that basis, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I will be looking to end the stream for you right now. I'm just going to quickly finalize Bitcoin one more time. So, for the nature of demonstration, guys, look, Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. Let's just look at the 4-hourly. Bitcoin is now coming down towards the day to the 50 EMA. There is a pool of liquidity right here. In response to the vector candle question, what is a vector candle? A vector candle is a point in the chart where price exchanges at a certain point above average volume or below average volume. So here's an example of a big green vector means that volume was at its highest where price exchanged hands based on tick volume. Okay, so there was interest for price to be marked higher by the market maker. Okay, the blue vector candle implies that volume is starting to be above average. It's starting to rise. At the same time, it could imply that it's slowing down. Okay. The red vector is in exactly the same thing, but to the downside, which we understand as the market maker is going long. If you want to understand how vector candles work, go back in the chart in Bitcoin, and for every green vector candle, you will notice that price pulls back down towards it, roughly around 50% of the candle. Okay, now to simply just trade on the basis of the vector candles appearing and you want to go short whenever you see a green vector candle, that might not be the case, because look, this green vector candle, it did go lower, but then it made another spike higher. Look at this green vector candle, made a high, came down ever so slightly, but then it continued higher. So you have to do it in relation to moving averages. Okay, you need to understand the context behind a market cycle. A cyclical move, ladies and gentlemen, is this. This is a cyclical move. You've got a W formation, which is the pattern that we look for. First level rise, second level rise up, M formation, drop again, pattern. This is a weekly cycle that's taken from trading in Forex. Now, crypto is a whole week, every single day, okay? But usually, Sunday is when they start the pattern. Monday, first move, okay? Tuesday, the second move. Wednesday, midweek reversal. Thursday, a cyclical move to the downside. Friday, another cyclical move, and then Sunday they start again. Okay, that's in Forex, and this channel is trying to apply the same concepts of Forex in with cryptocurrency. Okay, if you want to know more about it, jump over to the Discord. We've even got a wiki for this as well, ladies and gentlemen. It's free of charge to join the wiki. Just go there and check all the context that's been put up by all the Pattern Watchers family, because people are contributing to this channel like no tomorrow. So mad love and respect to all you people that are doing so. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Oh, psychological levels. I need to do that. Right, I'm going to do the psychological levels in a community post. So just bear with me. I'm going to go and do a community post with the psychological levels for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. But other than that, earlier on, I asked you to like and subscribe at the end of this stream. So if you found this to be of some value for you, be sure to like and subscribe. If not, it's been a pleasure speaking to all of you. Mad love and respect to all of you. Patreons, I'm going to be rolling out a video over to you very shortly. But I will be speaking to you guys Tuesday, 2 p.m. to catch the New York Open. Mad love and respect to all of you guys. Take care of yourselves. And remember, if you want to take part in the Patreon giveaway, in the comment section of this video, hashtag TradersReality in the comments with a space, and then put your Discord name and number. Mad love and respect to you guys. Take care of yourselves. Peace.